What is your motivation for doing anything? One of my all-time favorite personality types is the Enneagram. And the Enneagram is a personality theory that focuses on 9 types. And it's all about your motivation, not your behavior, your motivation. So if you give someone a glass of water, that will be your behavior. But there will be 9 different motivations for your behavior. So it's a really fantastic tool to discover yourself and just understand yourself better. Part of the Enneagram is the center of expression, and it consists of 3 centers: the action, the thinking, and the feeling center. So action would be someone who executes. They go and they do. Then the thinking center will be thinking about it and maybe have a meeting about what needs to happen. And the feeling center will think of the impact of the decision on themselves and of other people. So you have all those 3 dominants in your personality. The question is, when you are stressed, which is the one that you're going to move into? I'm action. I do things. My husband wants to think about things. He wants to contemplate it, go and walk in the forest, think about it, and then do it. My son is all about feeling. What would be the impact of the decision on himself, on us? Type 1 is all about doing the right thing. So their motivation is, I must do the right thing. If I give someone a glass of water, I'm doing the right thing. So they're very judgmental on themselves, very critical of themselves. Their blind spot is anger. So they will never say, I'm angry. They'll say, I'm so disappointed. But you'll see the body language, the jaw, the way they walk, the way they write the email, the tone, you'll pick it up very quickly. A famous person would be Mandela or Jodie Foster. You'll see it in the jaw. For them, it's about right or wrong, black or white thinking. The totem of the 1 is the ant, the working ant. The question for them would be, what forgiveness are you withholding from yourself? Type 2, their motivation is, I want you to like me. So I'm going to give you a glass of water because I want you to like me. Their blind spot is the fact that they give too much and they don't focus enough about what they want. They serve others. So this would be Bishop Tutu. It would be Princess Diana. It's all about giving people what they need and not always focusing on their own needs. What can happen with the 2 is they can get very tired if they don't get recognized or acknowledged for what they're doing. So their coaching question really would be, what do I want? What do I need? And their totem would be the golden Labrador. Type 3, they are all about winning. You either win or you lose. These people are the Tom Cruise, the Madonnas of the world. They see life as a competition. Don't play a game if you're not going to win. So their totem is the jackal. And their coaching question really is, who am I? Because the focus is always about my job, my education, my qualification, my house, my car. So it's very difficult for them to really do the inner work because they're so competitive. Type 4 is all about the inner work. So their coaching question is, how can I romance the ordinary? Their totem is the cat, Amy Winehouse. Lots of suicides with a 4 because they see the world in color. So for instance, anything that happens, they'll color it in. They'll give someone a glass of water because what if your soul is thirsty? So very much focus on a little bit of drama that happens in their life, and they take things very personally. Type 5 is the owl. They are the knowledge thieves, and for them it's about protecting their resources. So they'll give someone a glass of water, but then they'll ask the question, what does water consist of? Let me look at the resources there. They put things in compartments, and a lot of emotion can make them very uncomfortable and tired. So the Stephen Hawkings of the world, the Tolkien, very much in their heads and thinking about their resources. So their coaching question would be, how can I translate my knowledge into communication? The type 6 is the what if people. They will never sit with their back towards a door because what if someone will burst through the door? So they are the Woody Allens, the Julia Roberts of the world. They'll give someone a glass of water because what if you're going to die of thirst? They always think of the worst scenario. And it's not because they're negative, it's just they prepare themselves for the worst. Their famous person, as I said, Woody Allen, their totem is a rabbit. And their coaching question really is about what small risk can I take? The type 7, this is the best type. I'm joking, I'm a 7. And our motivation is really about seeing the world in different colors. We will give someone a glass of water, but we could have given them a glass of juice, a coffee, a tea. We think in alternatives. Our totem is a monkey. Meditation for me was the best thing ever because at any time, a 7 has got about 300 windows open. Robin Williams was a very good example of a 7. Everything is okay until it's not okay. So a lot of depression in 7s. And the coaching question for a 7 really would be, what do I need to see the way it is, not the way I want it to be? Type 8s are the Donald Trumps of the world. They happen onto a room. We call them marshmallow wrapped in barbed wire. And their coaching question is, what vulnerability can I show? Because they don't like to expose their stomachs. They keep themselves closed because it's all about you either strong or you weak. They're the lions, they roar. So, the 9s, this is the Obamas of the world. They will give someone a glass of water because they want peace and harmony. They go with the flow. Their totem is elephant. And their coaching question really is, how can I voice my needs? What do I need to say? Because for them, they go with the flow. They want to create the harmony. That is very important to them. So if you want to go and find out what your Enneagram type is, you can do a freebie, go and Google it. Or a better way, you can contact me and we can do your questionnaire and then we can coach you on your type and your shadow side, your blind spots, and then also your motivation, how you show up, maybe in leadership, in communication, and why do certain people trigger you so badly? So contact us.